Hey, what's going on guys? I'm Primal Liquid, and in this video I'm going to tell you guys everything there is to know about crafting in Metal Gear Survive. Now, before we start, I just want to say there is actually two types of crafting in the game, which I'm going to refer to as mission crafting and base crafting. Mission crafting is done inside missions where you have limited and shared materials, while base crafting is done inside your base where you have access to all your materials and all 5 crafting benches. So, let's start with mission crafting. Now, crafting inside missions is limited to basically just ammo, barricades and defensive weapons. The materials you have access to will be very limited here, since in order to craft you must first go out and gather from all around the map and then return to the extractor to have the materials placed in your repository. If you're playing in a group, then it's the same deal. The only difference is the person who gathered the materials must first go to the extractor to have them added to the repository, since all the materials are shared between the players. Also, any and all materials gathered, as well as the items crafted, will not be kept after missions, and so feel free to use as much as you can to avoid wasting them. Another thing I should add is the side mission boxes that come down both during a mission, during a mission wave and between mission waves. They don't actually give you the item, they give you the materials for said item, meaning if you want to craft something different with those materials, you can. However, there is also the problem that if you want to craft said item, you will first need its plan, meaning if you don't have the plan, then you can't craft it. And you should also use the materials on other items if nobody else in the group has the plan either. Now, finally, one thing that it seems nobody knows is you can actually take materials with you into missions. In other words, if you want, you can take 2 grenade turrets into a mission and then also take enough materials to make another 200 into the mission as well. Meaning before the first wave even comes, you can have 202 grenade turrets out and active. In order to do this, you simply need to go to either a crafting booth or your repository and go to Manage Possessions. Move over to the Materials tab and simply equip your materials. A few important things to note though, any materials you take with you will be lost after the mission, regardless of if you use them or not. So if you do take them, make sure to use them, otherwise it's a waste. Finally, keep in mind every material you take will add weight onto you, meaning if you take too much, you won't even be able to sprint. And when the match starts, you might be walking at a snail's pace if you take that much because of all the weight. Keep in mind most materials weigh about 0.1 kilogram per material. So if you take, like say, 30 steel in, I mean, that could be an extra 3 kilos added onto your total weight. So do keep that in mind. Now, when crafting in missions, the important ones to create are turrets, followed by ammo, and then lastly barricades. Now, onto base crafting. So base crafting is much more varied as you have access to your full stash of materials and also 5 different crafting benches. This lets you create weapons, ammo, armor, gear, food, drink, medicine, turrets, and finally barricades and traps. Now, if you only have limited resources, then I suggest making turrets and barricades first, followed by ammo and then gear. Food and drinks as well as medicine isn't all that important at first and can be left for a while. If you need massive amounts of resources though, I suggest taking a look at my material farming video, which you can find my Metal Gear Survive playlist, linked down below in the description. The final thing you can do on crafting benches is customizing your gear, which is extremely important. You can increase the damage of your weapons, increase the defense of your armor, and also add attachments to your gear. Now this one is the most important. For example, on some chest pieces of armor, you can add magazine pouches which allow you to take extra ammo into missions, or adding suppressors onto your guns. But this basically sums up crafting, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video and I hope it helped. If it does, then hit that like button and leave a comment down below. But as always guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you later.